Turning to entertainment news this morning, everybody. Emmy season is heating up with the official announcement of 2022 nominees. JB Smoove and Melissa Fumero announced top categories in a live virtual ceremony just moments ago. The 74th Primetime Emmy Awards will be held September 12th. Location and host yet to be announced. Joining us now is one of our dear friends of this show, Michael Snyder, television editor at Variety Magazine. Good morning to you, sir. Great to have you with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to be here on a crazy morning.
Yeah, so what are your big takeaways?
Well, first off, the two biggest shows are sort of what we expected. Succession, by far the biggest nominee of the morning with 25 nominations, which is just incredible, the continued run of that show. Ted Lasso continues its reign as the biggest comedy on TV with 20 nominations. And then in limited, The White Lotus pulls it off with 20 nominations as well, including ones for several of its stars. Jennifer Coolidge is the one that I'm most excited about. She was a breakout on that show, and she's actually returning for season 2 as well. But a lot of snubs, a lot of surprises, which makes sense given just how much TV is out there these days.
And what were some of those, in your opinion?
Some of the shows that are retiring, we thought would maybe get a swan song, like This Is Us on NBC, Blackish on ABC, neither of which came up with anything, really. Selena Gomez, I thought, might get a nomination. Her co-stars on Only Murders in the Building did, however, Steve Martin and Martin Short. And Yellowstone, which is one of the big phenomenons of the year, huge ratings grabber for Paramount Network, also didn't get any major nominations, either for drama or for its series star Kevin Costner. So that's just some of the surprises.
You know, also big achievements for women. Women in directing, women in the writing category as well. Pretty notable.
Quinta Brunson, who is the creator and also the star of Abbott Elementary.
Love that show.
Nominated for Best Actress, and the comedy, of course, also nominated for Best Comedy. That is a shining star. It's a show that's now sort of saving broadcast TV because it's on ABC, and it's getting a lot of love now. So excited to see that get its nominations. The other big sort of groundbreaking moment this year is the nomination of Squid Game in Best Drama, which is a non-English language show, the first ever to get a major nomination in a category like Best Drama. So that's a huge phenomenon that is translating to some Emmy nomination love as well.
So also, Michael, this year features a notable rule change with shows being divided between the comedy and the drama categories based on how producers submit them. How has this impacted what we saw today?
Well, as we know, it's hard now to say what's a drama, what's a comedy, because a lot of comedies are very dramatic. So it really is up to the producer to say, hey, I produced Barry, and I think that's more a comedy than a drama, even though it has some dramatic moments. You know, some of the best comedies on TV, like Atlanta, you know, have dramatic scenes. And then you have shows like Severance that have a lot of comedy aspects to it, but are considered dramas. So it's a little harder these days to describe genre, but that's part of the parts and parcel of why TV is so great now. It is so complicated and so diverse and so rich.
So I know we have, you know, a couple more weeks until the big event. I know the nominations just came out this morning, but do you have any predictions, or do you feel like it's too early to tell?
You know, I think you can't vote against Severance. You can't vote against Ted Lasso. Those are clearly big shows that voters still really love. And when you're talking about, you know, the voting body of the TV Academy is 20,000 strong. If you have enough people who still really love those two shows, then they're definitely the front runners. But again, excited to see so many other nominees. I see Issa Rae there. I love that she's getting nominated for her final season. So they're recognizing some final seasons, Killing Eve, another show that's being recognized in its final year. But it is an interesting mix. They sure loved Pam and Tommy. They sure loved The Great. They sure loved Inventing Anna. So it is
Euphoria
intriguing too. Euphoria, of course. Zendaya is a front runner and drama actress. So it is really interesting to see what the voters gravitated to this year. So we now shall see where they vote.
It's always so interesting with all the award shows, Michael, to see like where the voters gravitate and why. And sometimes I think it's pointless to even try to get into their psyche to understand why they voted or selected what they did.
Yeah, because they're not a monolithic body, so it is hard to sort of you know, predict as much as they, you know, we try to predict. There's always some huge surprises, some great surprises. I was excited to see some love for Station 11, which was a really wonderful show on HBO Max that I didn't think people were going to pay attention to. I loved Pam and Tommy. I didn't think that the voters were going to gravitate to it the way they did to other limited series, but they did. So I loved seeing that. And Seth Meyers finally getting a nomination in Variety Talk. Was really excited to see that as well. So some nice wins and then some huge snubs today as well.
Michael Snyder, we thank you so much for being with us as always. Always appreciate your insight and perspective.